So this is going to be a little bit different from the other videos that I do on here. It's completely unscripted and it's all just me spitballing and ranting at the minute. So I have been a player of Team Fortress for around about 4 years now. I started in 2020 and I have over 1,500 hours on the game at this point. When I got my laptop, the first thing that I did was download Steam and play Team Fortress on the day I got it. So I have moderately been around the game since the bot crisis was like midway through. It wasn't awful, but you could definitely tell that it was getting bad. And around this point, there was like literally no communication from Valve. I'm pretty sure around this time, Jungle Inferno had been 1,000 days old now. And looking at it, communication from Valve was really non-existent around this time, which was very annoying considering the bot crisis was getting worse and worse and worse. So on March of 2022, a community launched a little petition called Save TF2. And its entire purpose was to talk about how much people enjoyed the game, loved the game, wanted to play it more and more and enjoy more of it without the bots being there. And it got a lot of people on board with it, even being backed up with like some pretty important Team Fortress YouTubers like Lazy Purple and some other ones that I suddenly forgot to name. But its entire purpose was to make Valve get off of their ass and do something with the game, but like in a more friendly way. Like, oh, we don't want to like cause riots, we don't want to like throw hate at all your way. However, we would really like it if you put effort in with the video game and stop the bots. And to an extent, this did work. We got on trending on Twitter, even though that doesn't really mean much if a company doesn't also use Twitter. But Valve did. They logged into their Twitter account and pretty much said that they would work on the issue. It's been around 2 years, I think, since that message got released. And looking at Team Fortress now, I think it's safe to say that the bot situation has gotten worse. Smithmas of 2023 was unplayable, and it was so infested with bots that I literally did not get to play a single new map. And for a while, back in 2022, these bots actually killed my want to play the game for a good amount of time. And now, as of recent, the Team Fortress community has decided to resurrect Save TF2, which is a bit... I don't know how to say it. I feel... Okay, how about this? Save TF2 will never work, because they want to be super duper friendly with Valve when Valve have consistently shown time and time again to be openly hostile towards the fans. Like when they asked Team Fortress 2 Classic to shut its servers down, which at the time people were like, oh, it's probably because they don't want to have the attention of new updates taken away by Team Fortress Classic. But then it revealed with time that there was no updates and Valve just wanted it down. And I think this is made worse by the recent revelation of Team Fortress Source 2 being completely cease and desisted by Valve. Now, for those of you who don't know what Team Fortress Source 2 was, it was a Source 2 port of Team Fortress 2 with the intention of giving the game better graphics, better optimization, and just overall making the game new. And one of the things that I'm pretty sure they could do with Source 2 is handle the bots a little bit better, but Valve decided that they don't want this around, and as a result they filed a cease and desist upon the Source 2 team, which I don't know about you, but it reminds me a little bit of a different company, one that really doesn't like people enjoying their stuff. And Valve has stopped being the for the players community and like company that they used to be back when they made Team Fortress. Remember when they added the spy crab taunt because of that one video that blew up ages and ages ago? That's what they did when they listened to the community, but now we're getting radio silence from Valve. There's literally nothing coming through with them. We have no way to communicate with them in any way other than like shouting at them on Twitter. But even then the community is like, oh, we're gonna be really nice, very friendly with them. And to some extent I can see where they're coming from. However, the issue with it is that we're in a situation right now where being friendly with Valve isn't really an option because we've already tried the nice option and it hasn't worked at all. I think it's evident that it didn't work considering the bots are back and worse than they've ever been. So I think one of the main issues that stopped Save Team Fortress from working in the first place was they got a little bit of communication from Valve and decided to completely stop the whole campaign. It kind of ceased a little bit and then like it stopped instantly the moment that Valve responded on their Twitter account. Communication doesn't always mean action, and the problem with that is that the community was so touch-starved of like anything from Valve that just the acknowledgement that there was a problem was enough for them. And the big problem with that is it made Valve Valve get away with it. Valve well and truly got away with not doing anything because people just stopped talking about it the moment that they got some communication out of Valve. And if you were to ask me what I think that they should do with this current one that they're doing now, because they've started this around about January 11th of this year, so I don't know if we've gotten a thing out of Valve at this point. At this point in time of me doing this, we haven't really gotten anything out of Valve at all. Well, the only thing we did get out of Valve was Team Fortress Source 2 was struck down, Portal 64 was shut down, which I can kind of understand in all fairness because it used Nintendo stuff and it even ran on the console. And everybody knows how barbaric of a company Nintendo is when it comes to like how vicious they are about their copyright and protecting their copyright, even though there is no legitimate way of brand new purchasing like their content when it comes to stuff that's literally from the 90s, with the exception of the Nintendo Switch stuff, but that's a topic for another day. I think that when it comes to Save TF2 they're trying the exact same thing and they're like, oh, this game means so much to me and I love it greatly, but did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? What I think you can do is you can put your foot on Valve's neck and be a little bit more assertive. It's not being aggressive, and I don't think that people should be showing up to Valve's headquarters like that one guy did when we did the first version of Save TF2. And you're not like attacking Valve, but you're like, yeah, we love this game, please fucking do something about this, because you are slowly killing your fan base and people don't want to play. Like I said, I stopped playing this game back in 2022 because of the bots, and Christmas was completely unplayable for the most part this year. And nothing will really get done if people don't sort it out. Nothing will really get done if we do the exact same shit as last time. If people aren't like full on, stubborn, letting Valve know they're fucking up, because nobody's really doing that right now, or at least nobody was doing it around the time of me going to do this. This game means a lot to me as a player, and I've stuck around with Team Fortress for a very long time. Even before playing the game in 2020, I was watching a lot of stuff about the game. I was obsessed with it, so getting on it was so fun, and I got into the trading scene a little bit, and I got good with some of the characters, but then the bots started rolling around in high fashion, and I decided that I wasn't going to play the game anymore around that point, until I missed the game a little bit, and then I come back. But through the time when that one little janitor was updating the game was really good and really fun because the bots were like minimal, and I'm not going to name the bot makers at all because that's just what these little fucking parasites want, is like attention, so I'm not giving it to them. These bot creators are pretty fucking confident in their ability to get away with this because they have their YouTube links in their username in each of these bots that they create. And I've heard people say that it has something to do with Linux, and I'm not too sure on that. I don't really like to get into the technical side of it because I'm not really too well equipped on that area because I haven't done the research on that, so I can't really come to a conclusion on that. However, I've heard people say that, oh, Valve should just completely remove Linux players' ability to play Team Fortress, which is a bit messed up because, like, you shouldn't let one person or a few bad people ruin the fun for everybody, but there should be some fix in place to sort it out. And looking at it now, it is quite heartbreaking to see how much Team Fortress fans are willing to put up with when it comes to this game, because any other like community would have stopped giving a shit. To me, a functioning game works in both ways, the community and the developers, and right now Valve is having no communication with the community, so therefore the community feels alone. The game is being overran. Valve clearly don't fucking care about the game. They make enough money off of CSGO alone, which they've also proven that they don't give a fuck about, considering they released CS2 unfinished, barely with any content, and it's like broken as well. If they plan on doing something with it, they plan on doing something with it, but at some point there'll be a moment where we don't have time to wait, or we're done with waiting. I think that the YouTuber Monkey put it best in his video talking about this, where his main focus is that Valve are not your friend. And it definitely shows that they're not your friend anymore because of the fact that they struck down Source 2 Team Fortress, they took down Portal 64, they asked the Team Fortress Classic people to take their servers down, and like seemingly for no reason at all. And they've proven to us that they have no issue lying to our faces repeatedly over and over again. Like when Gabe Newell said, and they're so openly hostile to this game. They want nothing to do with it for some reason. They want so little to do with this game that they'll just give the community the tools to make entirely new game modes. And before people try to push the argument that the seasonal updates is content and updates, yes, it's true, but the community shouldn't be doing the creator's job. It shouldn't be up to the community to keep the creator's game live. Also, it doesn't help that updates entirely consist of a few maps and mostly paid cosmetics. clearly showing where Valve's interest lies. Valve have proven time and time again that they are capable of making high-quality products, like with Half-Life Alyx, which was phenomenal, and it looks phenomenal, and it feels phenomenal. However, with their other IPs, they're just putting bare minimum when it comes to effort. Like, I think nobody is on the side that Whatville was a good choice, and we all know that they just did it on a whim. Whatville proves that Valve just didn't give a shit when it came to, like, checking for quality, and there's no hate to the Whatville creator. He did say it was his first time doing anything like that. However, Valve as a company should have been responsible for choosing which map they want in their game and looking at quality, but instead what they did was they went on the first page more than likely, saw it, and just added it in. Because with a single look, you would realize that this map is just really not ready to be commercially available as an official map. Like, the community wants this game to work, and they want this game to be good. It's not hard, just hire somebody, Valve. Stop having your foot in your mouth and thinking they're just ignoring a problem makes it go away, because it doesn't. This problem's getting worse and worse. The Team Fortress community is like some of the most dedicated bunch of people I think I've ever met. They will stick by this game until the day that Valve will shut down their servers. If that comes, community servers will always exist, and there'll be no bots because the community servers have figured out how to deal with the bots, which is funny to me because the community servers have figured out, but Valve have not. And hey, I could always be wrong on this, and if I am wrong, that's perfectly great. I'm so down if Valve actually did something about this and updated Team Fortress and stopped the bots, but I don't really see that happening anytime soon. In the end of the day, I just want to enjoy the game like everybody else does. Do your fucking job, Valve. What's up? You made it to the end. That's pretty fucking cool. I won't be doing any more stuff like this anytime soon unless something gets under my skin enough for me to make a rant video like this. I don't really have much more to say on Valve unless they do something in the future. I just want to let you know that there'll be normal videos from here on out. Expect a Godzilla creepypasta video to come out soon. I'm working on that as this video is uploading. However, for those of you still around and you enjoyed it, drop a like and sub. It helps me understand that what I'm doing is liked and enjoyed. And while you're here, why not join the Discord server? It has a lot of people who are interested in the same stuff that I want to do, and you guys can let me know what you guys would like to see in the future. So until then, goodbye.